Well, the Epic Times has reported the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, Noaa, is using skewed data from ghost climate stations that simply no longer exist. Well, that's comforting, isn't it? You see, in 1957, there were about 1,218 U.S. historical climatology networks, USHCN. Those were weather stations around the country. That number has been dwindling ever since due to failure of equipment, personnel retirement, all of it. Noaa has been collecting data for over 100 years, but has been using estimated data from surrounding locations instead of actual data. They're just making numbers up. You know, the data necessary for predictions like climate change. They're just making it up. Oh, you know, we don't have to say, we'll just fill that in right there. United Nations Secretary claims a climate crisis where fossil fuel is sending the Earth into a climate crisis with record heat and sea levels rising. Ocean surface temperature, we're all dying. President Biden says the climate is an existential threat. I say he is. Both receive their information from NOAA's inaccurate data. Certified consulting meteorologist Lieutenant Colonel John Shuchuk said the ghost station data is non-existent magical numbers that drive the climate change narrative. Magical numbers. Well, which is interesting because climate change is magical too. You know, it explains everything. More rain, climate change. A drought, climate change. Massive amounts of snow, climate change. No snow, climate change. Joe Biden falling down the stairs, climate change, you got it. More than 8,500 volunteers take daily weather observations for NOAA, which includes the USHCN stations funded by your tax dollars and are responsible for recording high and low temperatures and rainfall at exact times daily. Shuchuk says there is no climate emergency. He says all measures of severe weather are decreasing. That's correct. Tornadoes and hurricanes. You know, there are less tornadoes today than the peak in 1973. The 1950s had far more F4s and F5s than we see today. It's true. Florida went more than 10 years without a serious hurricane until just recently. Furthermore, global warming and increasing CO2 are good for life on Earth. You know, CO2, you know what it was been called previously? The gas of life. He points out CO2 has greened the planet. Of course it does. It's the gas of life, increasing plant growth, benefited food production and trees. NOAA's National Centers for Environmental Information confirmed to the Epic Times that it uses ghost station data. So that's where it comes from. They confirm they use ghost station data, which means they just make stuff up. Makes you feel good about the world, doesn't it?